hit my last burpee like a 20-year-old, then sprinted across the small training deck. Driving hard with my legs and pumping my arms for momentum required all the sprinting technique I'd been refining just for this race. Elise finished her burpees and began her run for the finish line. It wasn't often I had this kind of lead on the girl, so I needed to win. For her sake. She was getting cocky and needed a lesson. Unfortunately, that was easier said than done these days. "I'm coming for you, Reaper!" she shouted. My response sounded like an enraged animal. Elise laughed, actually laughed, as she sprinted ahead of me. "You should have defeated her, Reaper Kane," X-37 said in my ear when I'd finished, and started walking with my hands on my head to open up my lungs. "The distance was short, and your improved sprinting technique combined with raw strength should have given you the advantage." "Not helpful, X?" I tried not to look at Elise, avoiding the trash talking for as long as possible. "I thought you were going to crush me, Reaper. I guess that lecture on how different distance running is from a life-and-death sprint—" "It is different," I said, wanting to puke from the exertion of this little farce. "Who cares if you always win on the treadmill?" "I always win on the track, too." "Don't get cocky, kid." "You're losing your edge," Elise said, hands on her hips. "Is that the lesson you were going to teach me? Because I'm not sure I get it. You don't have to sacrifice your dignity to build my confidence. I'm good, completely certain of what I can do." "The union didn't give me the ability to recover from workouts that they gave you. If I could train 3 times a day without wrecking myself, I'd be kicking your ass, kid," I said, bending forward to put my hands on my knees. "Not a kid, Reaper. As for kicking my ass, whatever." She straightened and went to the water cooler we'd put in the corner of our gymnasium. "Is the big scary Reaper sore from our workout yesterday?" What the union had done to her and how we met was a touchy topic. I knew she healed quickly. Everything else was either innate or the result of hard work. When she obsessed over a new skill, like flying the microfighters, she practiced with fanatic intensity. Then she talked trash, which I was morally obligated to return with interest, when possible. "What's the matter, Reaper?" "Your day will come." I stretched my back. "Maybe we shouldn't race." She shook her head at my unimpressive level of flexibility. "I don't want to hurt you." "Doesn't matter how fast you are," I said, laughing with frustration right behind the words. "You have to follow my lead on the mission to Yansden, and that means staying on the ship with Hannah, Bug, and Tom while I go down to have a look. Path will remain here to help you watch the Slayer." "Briggs doesn't give me a problem," Elise said, already recovered from our little challenge. She had a glow to her skin that was youthful. "By your own logic, I should go with you, maybe even take the lead, so you can teach me stuff? I'm not going to learn the ropes unless I get my hands dirty." Yeah, I said. "She has a point," X-37 said to me privately. 17 hours and 3 minutes ago you told me it was time to start treating her like an adult." "Don't take my words out of context, X." I found my own water bottle and took a long drink. "Victon told you there was a secret weapon on Yansden that we need to protect the Wallachzod fleet," Elise said, stepping into my personal space. "Right, but he said weapon, not ship." I was tired of this argument and couldn't understand why no one agreed with me. Elise shook her head, really frustrated now. "Even if it was a weapon, it would have to be so big it would require a ship, like the fleet paralyzer of Planet Zod." "Slow down, kid. I know more about weapons, and ships, for that matter, than you do." "But you don't know more about ships than Tom," she said, keeping her tone more reasonable than when we first met. She was maturing, and I appreciated that. I adopted my most civil tone, which was probably just north of being a total jerk, but I tried. "Tom agrees with me." "No, he doesn't. And Path is better at personal combat with any weapon than you are," Elise said, moving to stay in front of me as I turned away in annoyance. "Why aren't we getting his opinion on this Sansan killing super thingy?" "Path doesn't know how to use them to end wars. As in, he's not an assassin." "Thanks for making me say it." I squared up with her. "We're done with this conversation." "How convenient. You can't stand being wrong," Elise said. "It's late. I'm hitting the bunk," I said. "In the morning, I'll take another look at Yansden, and if I need you, I'll have you come down with Hannah or something." "Oh, you jerk!" Elise balled her fists and stormed out of the training area. Several seconds of silence passed.
to keep listening to this audiobook. I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.